Few weeks ago, Kenya was recording very reduced cases of COVID-19, leading to speculations that the country may have finally managed to attain its COVID-19 peak. This led to reopening of institutions of higher learning. However, the situation has changed in the last few days as Kenya records high number of cases. Speaking to the press after a visit to several schools in Mumias on Friday, Education Cabinet Secretary George MAGOHA announced that there are no plans to close Kenyan schools again despite a worrying spike in COVID-19 infections.
I am happy to say that the grade 4 assessments are still going on. And the best example is, like you have been told, that our children are still being assessed as we speak. The false impression that we are giving the public that the exam was a one-off for one day and it was done, and therefore those who didn't do it have missed it, is arrant nonsense, because this is a continuous assessment. And it doesn't mean that if you are not there yesterday and you come today, you cannot be assessed. So we are going to ensure that all our children are assessed, because that assessment is basically supposed to assist us to plan how to move forward, bearing in mind the very fast ones and the very slow ones. Since you are here, you can check for yourselves. As far as the coronavirus is concerned, we are happy that we opened schools for 3 million of our children in grade 4, standard 8, and form 4. And we are also very happy to announce that so far there is nothing major that has happened that can shake our resolve. Both the Ministries of Health and Education, together with the Ministry of Interior, are continuously monitoring the progress of our children. It is true that we have had small pockets of breakouts, and those pockets of breakouts, like the ones in Mombasa, which necessitated certain actions, for example the closure of the schools for 2 weeks, mirror the extent of the population in the area. Our children are not animals, they are human beings like us, and I think I'm happy to say that we are very, very happy that nothing serious has happened. You may want to ask about the student who was at St. Patrick's? St. Peter's in Mumias. Together with the Ministry of Health, we have taken action, and there is nothing to worry about. I want to emphasize that it is not the duty of the Ministry of Education to close schools as far as health-related issues are concerned. We have the Public Health Act, and I don't think I want to add anything to what my sister, Dr. Mercy Mwangangi, gave when she addressed the press the other day. Going forward, I would like to say that in terms of schedule to reopen, first of all, we never gave any date. That date of 26th belonged to the media. So we never gave any date. What we said was that we were going to monitor how everything is going, and we shall make a decision, and the announcement will be made by the ministry in consultation with the Ministry of Health and Interior. That has not happened. And the reason it has not happened is simply because you have seen that since the bars were open, certain things have happened, and we have had spikes. And what we are now doing, the 3 ministries, Interior, Health, and Education, we are auditing the process of the last 2 weeks. And if a decision shall be made, it will be made based on facts. Nobody is thinking of closing the schools again, and nobody is thinking of rushing to reopen the others. Finally, I want to be glad to state that the other learning institutions, the teachers training colleges, the TVET institutions, and our public universities and private ones opened several weeks back, and they are slowly going into full gear, and we have not had reason to reconsider that decision. I don't think I have left anything that you should know, but I'm not going to field any questions because you see I've come to inspect the desks to debunk what every part of the media is saying that, oh, it is past time and the desks have not been produced. The desks are being produced, they are being delivered, and we are going to insist on quality of the work that we are going to give the desks. Certain areas were arguing that the price quoted was too low. And what happens in procurement is if the person quotes very high, then you give to the person who can produce. And there are many Kenyan youth who are doing excellent work. I want to just leave you with all those and to tell you that from now through next week, we want to ensure that the desks are actually produced and delivered. There was a story running in Citizen about somebody saying he had not been awarded desks. He has indeed been awarded a large number of desks for that sub-county, the sub-county that he is in. I think he was lucky enough to be awarded up to 30